will say this: I
That fucking
did
cloud
really.
level with the trampoline
Yeah.
kept killing us.
I really enjoyed the little ditty they wrote for the Switch announcement trailer.
So good. All the
So,
music was
such
so
good.
Yeah.
Hi, we're the
Such a-
CineBeards.
Yeah,
We
we're
are
the
the
CineBeards. We
CineBeards.
talk about movies, not video games.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
gaming beards.
Although today's episode does have something to do with James.
James Cameron.
Jimmy Cam,
Jimmy
discoverer of the
Cam.
Titanic.
President Jimmy Cam Carter.
Mr. Titanic.
Yeah.
Mr. Titanic 2047.
Nice.
Space Titanic, gotcha.
Gotcha. Spaceship Yamato.
Space Titanic.
No, we're going to be talking about Bond and some of the ridiculous shit he's done.
Yeah, bondage is weird.
No, James
that's
Bond.
alright.
No, the study of James Bond films is bondage.
Bondage. That explains why I
thought it
was
was
confused when I
bondage.
went to that other thing.
No, that wouldn't be funny.
Ah.
Like my life.
Life, my life. Okay, so basically,
My life!
the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to give you, like, a small setup to a scene.
Okay, cool.
And
Okay.
then 3 options of how the scene is going to play out.
Okay.
And you got to try and guess the correct one.
Nice.
Cool.
That is something that we, the CineBeards, will do.
Are these from the films or the books?
Films. The books is a whole nother racist bag of tricks.
Nice. I guess Marcus is going to take that as our relative.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, actually.
Either when they become relevant to what I'm saying, or at the end we'll just like
Run
Just
through
rattle
them.
some off.
run through some of the
Yeah.
horrible shit.
Nice.
I mean, like.
Just give us a teaser. Give us a teaser.
Teaser.
Okay, I'll give you one teaser. So,
You should give us a teaser.
in the novel of Live and Let Die, released in 1954, there is a chapter called N-word Heaven, but it's not N-word. It's the
N-word heaven now.
No, it's
Damn it,
the
Daniel,
actual
we can't keep
word.
doing this.
I'm not gonna say this word.
No.
The N-word spelled out heaven.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
And at this point, I would just like to mention again that Ian Fleming was a white person writing
I'm
this.
shocked.
What?
So
a
he's not
British
even
white person?
a British white colonialist.
Who
He's
heard
not
of such a
supposed
thing?
to write that type
wow.
of word.
Okay, so let's get started. This one's gonna be somewhat tamer
Okay.
that we're starting off on. So, this is from A View to a Kill.
A View to a
A
Kill.
View to a Kill. So they're on a snowy mountain.
A View to a Kill.
A view.
Not
to
all
a
of the
kill.
titles are great.
I've never heard of that one.
Yeah.
I've literally never heard of that one.
It's an old one.
I thought I watched all of them. Good God. Okay.
You probably did watch it, just forgot the name because
That's
it's such
a
a terrible
really
name.
dumb title. It's I thought he was making a joke.
No.
Nope. Okay, so to set the scene, there's a ski chase happening. Bond is on a snowmobile, and they shoot his snowmobile, and his snowmobile explodes.
Okay, good.
Okay.
He's fine though. So
Obviously.
Naturally.
explodes. So, how does he then escape from the shooting ski men that are after him?
Okay.
Does he A, knock 2 of them out and use their guns as skis?
Sounds good.
Does
Like that.
he B, just knock 2 of them out and use the enemy skis for his skis? Or does he C, take the one sled from the snowmobile and then snowboard down the mountain to the Beach Boys' California Girls?
Oh, it's totally C.
It's-
It's gotta
Okay,
be.
I'm
The
like I assume
specificity
it's
of
C, but
C.
just to cover our bases, I'll bite the bullet and
can
say
say
A.
No, they play the Beach Boys while he skis down a mountain.
Okay. I was
Sorry, surfs down a mountain on a snowboard. Weird fact, they actually got the guy who invented snowboards to film that scene.
That's cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got the
Everybody
inventor
was
of snowboard.
I mean, he was like
Surfing
87 at the time.
Surfing
and,
USA.
like he was just doing it under protest. He's like, "Oh, where am I? Why? What's
Take
happening?
me out this thing!
Take me back to the home." Yeah.
It's just so tonally strange that he just goes off a launch ramp. These people are shooting at him, and people are dying. It's just, I wish they all could be California girls.
Well, I mean, we do that a lot
You
in
wish you could
films
shoot
now, where there's
California
like
girls?
weird, like music that sort of to create an effect is like tonally
Think of,
disjointed.
well, think
It's
of
just-
the opener of Guardians 2.
Yeah.
yeah,
Is
it's,
a perfect way.
yeah,
you know,
it's
groups
just
in the
it's just
foreground.
weird where it happens in an older film, and it's like,
And it's the fact that like people are dying.
and nothing else about it suggests like subversive humor.
Yeah,
or,
if there was a theme for Bond, I'd be like, that's kind of on brand, or like
Yeah.
at least for the director. But like this
Yeah.
is just. And
It's
now,
basically like,
a
okay,
song
cool.
by the Beach Boys.
The label, the label that our movie studio is affiliated with is busy pushing this song for whatever reason.
You need to do that.
So yeah, we kind of need it in the film.
Okay. So, number 2, this is starting to stray towards the racist side of James Bond.
Hooray!
I'm shocked
It
it
is
took so
quite-
long.
Yeah.
So, he is in a hotel in India, and basically the busboy helps him out.
Wait, which movie is this from? You
Oh.
need to tell us.
It is... I couldn't remember. You only... No? Octopussy.
Octopussy.
This is from Octopussy.
Sorry, I was out of the room for a moment. What you talking about?
Visual gags abound.
Okay,
so-
I don't have anything related to that one, so you're lucky.
So, the bellhop or whatever assistant guy has helped Bond, and there's a group of 3 men. It's Bond and 2 other guys that he's speaking to. So when it comes time to tip this bellhop, does he A, tip the bellhop and say, "This'll keep you in curry for a few weeks"?
Sounds good.
Does he B, just say, "Thanks, kind sir"? Or does he C, give the money to somebody else to give to the bellhop?
Oh god. Oh good lord. It could be. It's terrible that it could be either A or C. You know what?
I like A.
I'm gonna vote for the A and C.
Hey, I like A just because of the Bond's history with puns.
Yeah, that sounds like I'm not sure if that qualifies as a pun.
I don't think that's a pun.
That's just
I
a
said- I
direct
said-
racial slur.
I didn't say it was a
What
pun.
a great pun!
I didn't say
It's
it
a
was a pun.
palindrome.
I said Bond's history with puns.
is leading you to believe that that's him.
A. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm pretty sure it's A. I'm again just gonna cover our bases and go for C, just to like.
Yeah, it's gonna be the curry thing.
It's
I
gotta
mean,
be direct racism.
I
Bond isn't a man to
having-
beat around the bush.
having
He's the man to beat people around the bush.
The man to slap women.
Okay,
mean-
so I'm gonna say C just because.
All right.
Because, yeah, I mean, Bond, like, he wouldn't go to the effort of finding a go-between to be a racist for him. He
But
would
I mean,
just
in
be
fairness,
racist
though,
himself.
like making a spectacle of the race, like roping as many people into it as possible. Okay, so Jason.
It is A.
Okay.
He hands it to him and says, "There, this will keep you in curry for a few weeks."
For a few weeks. What's worse? They're like, this will keep you in curry, or the fact that he's like, you're poor, so this is a few weeks worth
This
of.
is a gold coin for you, peasants.
This is pocket change for me, but for you, it is life for a few weeks.
For me, it was a Tuesday.
Oh man. Okay, cool. Go.
Okay, this one you're definitely gonna have something in your list for. I will
Okay.
be very surprised if you don't. You only live twice.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So you're gonna probably be able to top what I'm gonna say.
Oh, I most definitely can.
So the situation is, Bond needs to go undercover into a Japanese agency.
Oh no.
Yep, I watched this one recently. Well, not the whole film.
I know a bit about it, but keep continue.
So does he A, dress up as a Japanese Tengu demon and kind of just stalk around so the people think they're haunted?
Yeah.
That is a good idea, though.
It's a great idea.
Does he B, pilot a robot that looks just like a really racist Japanese like person?
Uh-huh.
Like a really racist caricature of a Japanese person? Or does he, a la Team America, go under like prosthetic surgery to look like a Japanese person, including darkening of the skin and thinning of the eyes?
I know what it is, and I still can't fucking believe it.
I can't believe they did that. It's C.
It's obviously
It's
C.
so obviously.
I couldn't even think up something as stupidly racist as that.
Oh, and you think that's bad?
Like, there's one thing from the. Do you have any more stuff from that film?
Let me just check. No.
Okay, so I love the fact that like when he has to pass for Japanese, like he has to do all these different things, and then like the last one is like you must take a woman.
You take a wife.
You have to
Doesn't
take
he
a
get
wife.
married?
Yeah, he has to like
What?
literally.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like the last thing you must do in order to pass for Japanese is you must take a wife, and they just give him like
Like a
wife.
random
They
woman.
just give him a random woman
Wow.
who is now his wife.
That's how it
And
works.
yet, the book is still
Oh
worse.
God, please yes.
Okay, so
Alright, fuck me up.
okay,
Doesn't take the swig of his Fanta.
Big
Fuck
old
me up,
swig.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
I got it.
okay. The context,
I will
because
sugar
this
it up.
this article actually gives a little bit of context to the quote. So the context is Bond has been told that there are no swear words in Japanese by the head of the Japanese Secret Service, Tiger Tanaka.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm not uncomfortable at all. No, this is perfectly fine.
Here's the quote. Well, I'm astonished. A violent people without a violent language? I must write a learned paper on this. No wonder you have nothing left but to commit suicide when you fail an exam, or cut your girlfriend's head off when she annoys you. Tiger laughed. We generally push them under trams or trains.
Fucking hell. I was not prepared for that. I should have taken a swig of Fanta too.
I
was
thought you were gonna
Whoa.
stop, man. Like, it just kept going.
Nice.
Like,
Did you just see Ian Fleming sitting at his keyboard going?
I mean, if a
Asians.
Japanese character says it.
So it's okay. Because he's talking
mean,
about his
no,
own.
I
He's
wrote
talking about his own culture, so it's fine.
holy shit.
Fucking hell.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I
oh
like
boy.
that this is number 3.
Oh boy. I don't know if we're gonna get through this. Okay, go, Jason. Do it.
We got it. I've run out of Fanta.
I can't remember which one of the movies it's in, but he does also at one point blackmail a lady for sex. Because she's like, no, if somebody finds out, I'll lose my job. And he's like, there's one way you can keep my lips sealed.
Isn't that like everyone though? I feel like that's every Bond film.
It's a lot of them. It's a lot of them.
Good lord.
What a hero.
Okay, let's talk more about this classic film franchise that everyone
That
loves.
deserves respect
yeah, it
and to
deserves
be
respect.
rebooted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely every person of color wants to be at the head of this franchise.
The storied franchise.
And everyone their name tied to this.
For sure. It's like in 30 Rock where they get Don Cheadle to like do an advert supporting the Republican Party, and he just can't get through filming it. Here's Jazz. Hey, I'm Jazz, the Black Transformer.
But the man with the golden gun,
I think I've actually got 2 for that one.
I would not be surprised.
Go.
Okay, so the scene is James Bond has got to fight a midget in the scene. Mm-hmm. And how does he dispose of this midget?
Oh God.
Oh, don't you mean person with dwarfism?
No. We're using.
It just
era
beyond
appropriate.
We're using era-appropriate terms.
Era-appropriate
Okay, fine.
Essentially reading it from the script because, just so you know, just for context, the character's name in this, the one involved in the scene, is Knick-Knack. Knick-Knack.
Oh, like small thing, a knick-knack.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, no, then yeah, midget seems appropriate.
Does it though?
It just seems so progressive.
So progressive.
It's like someone had said, "It's like, oh, where's the midget?" Like, and James Bond just like, "Whoa, what are we, the PC police?" Like,
Fucking
come on,
agenda's ruining our films.
saying midget like we're reading
communists.
bunch of communists, bunch of libtards. Thomas needs more Fanta. Go, quick! I can't sustain this.
Okay.
Like,
Okay, so does he A, hold the midget back, hold Knick-Knack back like this,
Yes,
and then
like with his
essentially-
hand,
with his hand
on his forehead. I
on
guess.
his forehead, yeah, and then pick him up and toss him out the window?
That sounds like the
That
one.
sounds like James Bond.
Does he B, just kick him right in the penis and then shoot him?
Oh, that also sounds really James
That sounds like
Bond.
James Bond.
Or does he C, trap him in a suitcase?
C.
See, Trap him in a suitcase.
You see, no, I'm gonna say A because I remember Austin Powers doing that as a gag in one of the movies, and they wouldn't have done that if it wasn't a Bond thing.
Oh god.
I like the
So what is
suitcase,
A
though.
again?
A is he holds him
Holding
by
him?
the head when he swings, and then he proceeds to pick him up and chuck him out of a window.
Jeez,
Okay,
that's close. I'm
Actually,
gonna-
I like the window better.
Okay, cool. Then I will again bite the bullet and go for C.
Dion is correct.
What?
He traps him in a suitcase and carries him away.
What the serious fuck is happening?
He traps him in a fucking suitcase and carries him away.
I feel like I should say something smart.
Yeah, I know.
I think anything smart said in this podcast, like this episode, is just
Wasted. Marcus, top it.
Okay.
Like last time.
well, yes, because
Okay.
this one's got some doozies.
Yeah. Okay. So we're on the man with the golden gun. Yes.
Yeah, yes, unfortunate.
Okay. Okay.
Man with a midget in a suitcase was just too long for the poster.
Okay, so
Didn't focus
I'll
group well.
again give the context first. So M is reading a file about Francisco Scaramanga, a Cuban assassin
no, I
suspected
know
of
this
killing
one.
MI6 agents.
The throat clear.
I have also noted from a profile of this man in Time magazine one fact which supports my thesis that Scaramanga may be sexually abnormal. In listing his accomplishments, Time notes, but does not comment upon the fact that this man cannot whistle. Now, it may only be a myth,
Oh no! No!
and it is,
Yes,
and it is certainly not medical science, but there is a popular theory that a man who cannot whistle has homosexual tendencies.
It's just science.
No! No! It just doesn't allow for whistling.
Okay.
I'll be right. I need to go to Fanta.
All right. Then while you're gone, I'll just read the rest of it.
Please, yes.
And then in brackets, as it is in the book, at this point, the reader may care to experiment and, from his self-knowledge, help to prove or disprove this item of folklore.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
And then,
Boy.
M hadn't whistled since he was a boy. Unconsciously, his mouth pursed and a clear note was emitted. He uttered an impatient cha and continued his reading. M had to check if he was gay himself because he forgot if he could whistle or not.
He hasn't whistled since he was a child, and as
might
far as
have-
I understand it, the choice to be gay is made in your adult
No,
life.
it's,
Well,
no, it's
it
when you're
comes as-
16.
It
You-
comes as a part of, I can't whistle. I guess I'll be gay.
And then you get a letter from Hogwarts.
yeah, from J.K. Rowling saying you're gay now. It's about on brand with the other retcons, so I guess.
So,
Okay,
according
what's
to...
the number? What's the second thing in Mouth? If that's what you opened with,
I actually don't know if the other thing was literally in this list that I printed, but there is something else about...
Man with the golden gun.
no, there isn't one in this list, but there is that thing where also something about a third nipple.
oh, the disguise
Yes.
where it's in the movie as well, where Bond is at a pool somewhere in some kind of private lodge where only Scaramanga's allowed to be. And he's facing the other way, and a guard comes to try and get him to leave, and he turns around, and the guard sees, oh, he's got a third nipple. So they go, oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Scaramanga. Because apparently, they don't know what this man looks like, but they know he has a third nipple.
Yeah. This is the
That's just good
only
writing.
defining feature of this assassin who's so secret he's got 3 nipples.
It's very secret.
Nobody knows what he looks like, but they know that.
Yeah.
They know a very key physical identifier that would be nearly impossible to hide. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, next.
Next.
Jason, do it.
I'm so
Next,
excited.
okay. Next on my list is...
Can't believe what I'm hearing.
I can.
Moonraker.
That's the
Wow, 500 ml bottles are now 440 mils.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because they're now buddy bottles.
Sneaky fucks.
Moonraker has one of the weirdest space battle scenes in any movie, where somehow the British government just sends an army into space and they have a laser fight.
Really?
That sounds awesome.
I remember
actually.
the opening to that, which was super cool.
Really strange.
Was that the one where the astronaut's like in space and then like the ship sort of comes and like his oxygen cord gets severed?
Oh, I don't remember.
No, that wasn't.
I just remember the space
That was
battle.
Thunderball.
Was that Thunderball?
That was Thunderball.
Okay, cool.
The other space-based one.
Okay. Then I don't know if I've seen Moonraker. Well,
What?
I must have.
On paper,
Moonraker's
You
the
would
one with the
remember the
movies.
space battle. It's like got pew pew laser sounds and
on
everything.
paper that sounds great though.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, no,
How
no,
could
that's
you
why it's not on.
possibly-
That's why it's not on the silly list.
Oh, okay.
How could you possibly racist it up?
This one does not have racism. It's just got a weird. Yeah.
Just a weird.
It's just got a ridiculous.
Aye.
Okay.
Okay.
What a nice change.
Hit me with your rhythm stick.
And I think this one's going to be obvious because I couldn't think of something that's as
fine.
ridiculous. So, Bond is on a gondola going through the canals of Venice when
Thought you were gonna say
the enemies on a speedboat show up and start firing at him.
Oh yes, I remember
So
the
then
scene.
he switches his boat to like the hidden motor that has underneath. He starts making his getaway,
Yes.
but then he's kind of cornered at one point.
Okay, Marcus, you're gonna have to sit this one out.
So, does he turn his gondola into a submarine and just go underneath Venice?
That sounds right, yeah?
Does it B, change it into an airplane and he just goes through them and up?
Both of those are equally plausible in the
And
James Bond
Bondy.
universe, yeah? They're
Or
both very Bond.
or does it C, turn into a hovercraft and then he starts racing through the streets of Venice?
Okay, it's gotta be C.
It's gotta be C.
It's got to be C. Do you know what it's called?
What?
The Bondola.
I said
Canonically,
history with puns.
It is called
not
the Bondola.
puns. History with puns.
That's also a palindrome.
Why don't we have someone with a soundboard with a da-da-tch?
Jason can add it afterwards.
That's a lot of effort. I'm not going to do that.
There we go. Close enough.
I'm just going to add Marcus's button.
There's like the new James Bond, you know, and like the classic opening scene, you know, where he walks across and he points his gun at the camera and there's like the lens and like swing and then he shoots and he goes.
It's just an air horn. He's
Yeah.
got an air horn.
You'll be happy to know that I don't have anything for Moonraker.
Thank goodness.
I only have 2 racist ones left.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, don't
it's
worry,
James
I've
Bond.
got our bases covered on racism.
Oh no.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, I do also have kind of a hate crime.
I've got kind of a hate
Good
crime.
thing you got all
It's
the
in the
best.
suitcase.
Well, Jason,
Well,
aren't
it's
all
like the
crimes
excellent
hate
midget.
crimes?
No, some of them are love crimes. Because people just love crime.
I just love to kill. All right, go.
Okay, let me just check what movie this was from again. Okay, Diamonds Are Forever, or as I wrote it down
Diamonds
here,
are forever.
Diamond Are Forever.
I like that theme song. It's nice.
Diamond are forever, so they say.
Yeah, that's how it went.
Okay, so fight scene on a boat. Bond. It's weird because it's the climax, but it's kind of anticlimactic. Like it's just a fight between Bond and 2 dudes.
So it's like the end of Star Trek Into Darkness.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So I'll tell you now. It does end with a quippy line,
Oh yeah.
and you're gonna have to imagine which one of these would then have the best quippiest line.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, when Bond's fighting the last one of the 2 that are alive, how does he dispose of him before giving a quippy line? Does he A, strap an anchor to his ball sack and drop the guy down into the water?
That would be difficult because they couldn't show the ball sack.
Could imply the ball sack.
Yeah, but still, like maybe.
Does he
Ball
be-
sack's pretty specific.
Does he B, tie a bomb to the man's ball sack?
Oh, okay. So
then
ball
throw
sack
him
is
off.
not in question here.
The ball sack is implicit.
Okay.
And throw him off the edge of the boat?
That sounds very Bond.
Or
Actually,
does,
that sounds more Batman if you think about
That
it.
does. Yeah,
or
that
does
is more
he
Batman.
C, fire a flare gun into the man's ball sack and set him on fire?
Okay, I think A. A is my vote.
I like A as well, but I feel
Because there would be an anchor just lying there.
and
Although wrapping an anchor with that huge chain around someone's ballsack, it's kind of like
Yeah, but like, can you write like "Don't be a drag"?
true.
Could be lying.
Also, was the guy
That
wearing?
would fit with the hate crime that I'm
Also-
going to mention later.
Oh, no!
Also, was the guy wearing pants at the time?
Sailor pants.
I'm saying ballsack, but it was general just crotch.
Groinal area.
Wrapping a chain around someone's groinal area while they're like wearing pants seems tricky, but I'm still gonna go for that one because I like the image.
I want to say the flare gun because he will have some kind of quip about being a flaming homosexual.
I like.
Fuck.
Fucking hell, Marcus.
We're just laughing because it's too fucking real.
I like C as well, just because I know that Hollywood likes to set people on fire.
You're all wrong. He literally ties a bomb to the man's groinal region and throws him off of a boat, and then says, "I guess he left with his tails between his legs."
Tails between his
Tail, I guess.
Yeah,
tail
yeah,
between-
tails because he had the.
I guess he
the
left with his
top
tail
hat and
between
tails
his
thing.
legs.
Oh, you see, you didn't mention he was
Oh.
wearing a tuxedo when he was
Would
getting
that have
murdered.
changed it? When he was on a tuxedo, that's definitely a dick
No,
bomb.
but it definitely makes the quip make
More
sense,
sense. Yeah.
Okay, but that is
Fucking hell.
That is bad.
that is ridiculous.
See, if I knew the guy was wearing tails, I wouldn't have made that flaming homosexual quip.
Because he would have made it for
Don't
you.
fucking lie. Alright? Jesus, Marcus.
We're already putting up with all of this shit. We don't need your lies as well.
Wow. Okay, cool. Tell us more about this venerated. Oh, do you have one for this?
I don't.
Thank
Okay,
God.
tell us more about this venerated film series.
This venerated icon.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back to Octopussy.
The pinnacle of class and sophistication.
If you recall,
Man of
Octopussy
grace.
was the one that took place in India, where
Yes.
he
Yes.
told a man that would keep him in curry for weeks.
Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah, do it.
Fucking what?
Oh yeah, so he's being chased by guys in cars with guns, and he's running through the forest, and he needs to get away.
The verdant forests of India.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Jungles, let's call them.
Let's go.
Ooh, do we really want to do that?
Well, I kind of have to. 'cause
Ooh,
it's the thing.
oh no.
Oh, I've just given away the fucking answer.
Is this
But
a
anyway,
hate
let's
crime?
go through it. No, this one isn't the hate. This one is not the hate crime.
This one's
weirdly.
a thing.
Well, actually, you could just pretend you hadn't given it away, edit out you saying I gave it away, and they just play it straight.
No, I'm not gonna lie to these people.
Fuck these people.
I mean,
dude,
we
they're
don't even
listening-
know if they're good looking. Why would we commit to that deal?
They're listening to a podcast where people just like recount like racist stuff from James Bond. Like they're obviously not.
You
Good
mean
people.
accurately recount James Bond?
Yeah.
Yes.
So they're obviously not good
That's
people.
what he said.
Unless they're not enjoying it. in
Jock,
which case
please
it is.
don't let your wife listen to this one.
Oh Christ. Okay, go.
You should have
I
said
already
that at
forgot
the
what you said.
beginning.
He's flying through the forest.
He's running away from guys in jeeps with AK-47s.
Okay, so
Okay.
he's in jeeps with AK-47s and he's running away from guys.
Yeah.
Got it.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Got it. Through the jungles of India.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So, does he run off into the jungle down to a river and climb into a boat shaped like a hidden boat submarine thing shaped like a crocodile
Okay, that sounds good.
and get away like that? Does he run into the forest and emerge on an elephant riding away?
That makes good sense.
Or does he see vines hanging from the jungle tops and
Treetops.
yeah,
Oh,
the
fine.
treetops, well, yelling like Tarzan, swinging on the vines?
Oh God, it could be any of these.
They're all super plausible.
I think the terrible thing is that these are.
So I didn't give it
all-
away.
These
No,
are.
no.
These
you
are all fully
Yeah,
plausible.
because one is stupid James Bond garbage technology, 2 is super racist, and 3 is even more racist. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I like the most racist one. I want to take the most racist one.
Okay, I'm gonna go the middle ground here and say the elephant.
Elephant. Alright.
Yeah.
That's
Marcus?
good.
I've got to say the crocodile one felt super real. I was like, that's a slam dunk.
It's I'm leaning. I mean, he did mention that this isn't the hate crime one, so I'm leaning towards the crocodile.
Okay, cool.
I didn't say anything about not. Well, yeah, this isn't the hate crime one, but it's definitely the racist one because Thomas got it right.
So the swinging on vines.
Swing on vines while yelling like Tarzan.
Cool. Great stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
Good fucking job, James Bond.
You know, he's just a man of class.
Yeah, he's just that's the thing.
It's
Is he's
MI6's
just
#1 agent.
Consummate
and he swings
gentleman.
on vines going, ah! It's fucking...
He's the consummate gentleman.
yeah. That's the thing. He's like, just got a martini up there, super smooth, slapping some woman.
really builds that slapping momentum.
No, you could just slap so many more women. So many more. So much
Yeah.
faster.
just have them all line up.
I mean, while I was putting together this list, I left out the woman beating because it's in practically
It's in every
movie.
film.
Yeah.
No, it is. It is literally-
Every single Sean Connery film.
I think they're like
Even The
8 or
Rock.
9 of the movies where he forces himself on women who say no and try to push him away and actually actively fight back.
So, like, legit rape.
So he
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
he just straight up rapes women.
Yeah, there's like 8 of these movies where he straight up rapes women.
What a cool guy.
That's hero.
That's
our
guy.
Venerated franchise.
Hey, do you have anything
Yeah.
with from Russia with love on the list?
No, so you can throw that in now.
I can throw
Then
that in
let's
now.
take a bit of a break from this horrible to
So,
listen to that horrible.
speaking of, rape, I guess this is the best place to
Oh,
put this
no.
Okay,
no,
I don't know
no, no.
anything about this.
in. The
I
context.
do.
Bond has traveled to Turkey to meet a Soviet defector and is speaking to Darko Karim, the head of the British service station in Turkey.
Keep
Oh,
it together,
Lord.
Dion. Keep it together.
Okay.
Oh Lord,
Oh, Lord, he coming.
So Darko Karim is the person speaking here. My father was the sort of man women can't resist. All women want to be swept off their feet. In their dreams, they long to be slung over a man's shoulder and taken to a cave and raped. That was his way with them. My father was a great fisherman and his fame was spread all over the Black Sea. He went after the swordfish. They are difficult to catch and hard to fight, and he would always outdo all the others after these fish. Women like they're meant to be heroes.
oh
Marcus,
boy!
if you could do a quick Google for me, I'm trying to remember it, but I know there was one line where Bond kind of reminisces and describes one of his encounters as having something along the lines of the sweet tingle of rape.
There is the thing is
I don't want to be put on
gonna put
another
on a watch
watch list.
the thing about Marcus's one is in all
In
fairness,
all fairness.
if you were to have
I'm
a Venn diagram of people who are great fishermen, people who are heroes, and people who are rapists, of course it's just like one circle, am I right?
It's just one. It's just.
Yeah, just one circle.
Just one circle
In
and
the
Zack
world-
Snyder.
In the world of fucking Ian Fleming, apparently.
Yeah, and it's what's worse about it is like he just mentions it so it's like he's talking about his father was a great man. Oh yeah, he liked to rape women, or like women want to be raped
No,
like
yeah,
people
This
like
just
my
sounds
dad.
like Zack Snyder's Aquaman.
It just sounds like Zack Snyder.
A little bit.
You see, my father was a great man. You know, he raped women and he did this and that, and
Wake the fuck up, shitball!
and Darko said unto James,
And it was written
and a nearby German man rubbed his temple
wearily.
exhaustedly.
Really.
Oh lord. Okay,
Okay.
yes, Jason.
Hit us with the next sledgehammer.
Okay. I'll come back to this one. I don't want to put, two racist things next to each other.
Yeah, it's just bad
We
form.
we
Go on,
broke
two
it up
James
with
Bond
the
films, I
sex
guess.
crime.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna skip forward a bit.
We'll circle round.
Yeah, we'll circle round.
Circle back.
It's the funny how circles work.
We'll just reverse back to it, Dion.
Okay, cool.
Are we just gonna Superman 2 this whole thing?
Very nice.
Okay, so this is from the opening of For Your Eyes Only.
Who's? Because the others have to close theirs.
Okay.
For British eyes only.
Okay.
So it starts off with James Bond being held prisoner in a helicopter.
This is a great visual gag Thomas and I are committing to.
I like that you're really committing to it. And in this helicopter, he then wrestles control of the helicopter. He punches the guy in the head, kicks him out. He kind of falls out a little bit and pulls himself back on, and eventually gains control of the helicopter just in time to fly thread the needle through a warehouse.
Ooh, that sounds exciting.
A chopper through a warehouse, threading that type of needle. Yeah, that's typical
I
Bond
mean,
shit.
Yeah.
it looks mostly practical when you watch it. So
That's actually
it's
kind of
quite
impressive.
possible
It
that
actually
somebody
sounds
maybe
pretty
did it.
impractical, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. Dion, you can't turn around. You still have to speak into the microphone.
Huh? Did I turn? Oh, where is... you
Such
go
a
on,
great
I'll find-
visual gag.
I'll
This visual
find
gag's
it.
got some legs. There we go. There, you got it. You got it.
I got it. I'm back.
Nice.
I'm back.
I can't swivel, so I don't suffer from this problem.
Okay, go, Jason.
Okay, so when he gains control of the helicopter, does he do almost like a backflip kind of thing to drop the guy off the one side of the helicopter
Into the blades.
no, and then circles back round where the guy falls into the blades?
Okay.
What? What, is the guy falling the whole time?
No.
No, no, okay, so
Essentially-
helicopter's here, man goes out, Bond
Yeah.
goes there.
You realize that this is fucking hilarious because you're trying to visually represent.
I told you this gag has legs, Marcus. This is the rest of the episode.
Okay, cool. So this guy is on the helicopter with James Bond.
Well, initially, yes, and then when James Bond wrestles it, the guy's like hanging out on like one of the helicopter skirts,
Okay, cool. Yeah.
and then as James Bond like goes up, the guy slips off, and then James Bond quickly flips around and gets underneath him.
How? How does the helicopter go down quicker than the man falls?
I didn't write these movies.
All right, cool. Okay, cool.
Okay, that's option
So
A.
that's absurd. So I'm on board with it. Yeah.
Does he as soon as he gets control, fly straight to his lover's like apartment building, land on top, go in and do her sex?
Jason, you are. Since I know like 66% of the things you've said in the last 40 minutes have been made up, you should be writing James Bond movies.
It really feels like it because every
I mean,
single
hire me.
word-
I will.
They
I
are
will, I will
so-
keep it so authentic.
They are so authentic. Yeah.
I'll keep it so authentic and traditional. Or does he take the helicopter, use it to pick up a wheelchair-bound villain, and then drop said villain into a chimney?
C.
It's gotta be
C.
C.
C, man.
You said it was an opener.
The visuals of C.
If it's an
speak
opener,
to me.
it's A. Because they love to open the movies with a murder.
Yeah, but
C's a murder.
C's also a murder.
No, but this it's
They
a
do
more-
like to open it with sex.
Yo,
as
I
well,
gotta
though.
say though, A does sound super on brand, but I'm gonna go with
Yeah.
C. My gut said C.
Yeah, me too.
Your gut is correct. He picks up a wheelchair-bound
Yeah.
Blofeld, flies him up to like one of those like smelting chimney things.
Yeah.
And Blofeld's protesting the whole time. He's like, "No, Mr. Bond, please, Mr. Bond, put me down." And then like,
they
James Bond's like,
open-
"Oh, you want to be put down?" And then he just tips him forward into one of the smelting things.
Wait, so they
and he falls
opened
to
the
his death.
movie with the murder of his most famous villain.
Yeah, it's one of the few direct Bond sequels. So it follows up the one before where Blofeld was responsible for killing James Bond's wife at their
yeah.
wedding.
Ew! Spoilers.
Oh, you mean the sequel to Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace?
No, not that one. That's a
Okay,
different
so what's the next movie?
one.
I can open my eyes now.
Yeah, you,
when-
You have to move on to another film, then I can.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see which one I should move on to. I think you might have one for this, Marcus.
Mm-hmm.
The Living Daylights. Oh, so
We're
pick
back.
that because it's daylight, so you can then open your eyes.
You mean Live and Let Die?
No, Living
Good
Daylights.
visual gag, dude.
Good visual
I'm
gag.
proud of you.
Fucking
The
nailed
Living
it.
Daylights.
I don't have one for the Living Daylights.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I didn't even know there was a Bond movie. That doesn't sound like a Bond movie. Are you sure it's not Live and Let Die? And you're just
No, The
fucking it
Living
up.
Daylights is a Bond film.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay.
I didn't know that other earlier one. That just sounds like
A View to a Kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, that what?
It should be The View to a Kill. Or just View to a Kill.
Seeing someone do a murder.
That was the European title.
Murder Witness.
And that's why we can't have
Nice things.
yeah,
This whole
someone
episode
seeing-
is what we're on.
That's why we can't have someone seeing a murder be done. Assemble as the title of the next one.
Yeah.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah.
Mark's not ready.
Nope.
Not ready.
Okay, do it.
Okay, so the next is a Bond gadget-based thing.
Oh, you gave it away.
Oh shit.
Oh no. Okay.
Is the gadget a hate crime?
No, this isn't the hate crime.
That's more his
He's
job.
never gonna get to the hate
I will
crime.
get to the hate
He'll get
crime
to the hate
one.
crime. He
I will
promised.
get to the hate
He
crime one.
promised he would.
You promised me a hate crime. I demand a hate crime.
This is why we keep him.
Yeah.
Because if he's like this, imagine what Robo Marcus would be saying.
Oh.
Wow.
Robo Marcus is Stephen M. Colbert.
Robert Marcus
confirmed.
would have left. Robert Marcus would be like, this is all a bit much.
This is too rich. This is too rich for my blood.
I'm out.
I'm out. Okay, so I'm not going to give you the nickname of the gadget just yet,
Okay.
but
This is the Gadgetron.
9,000.
Is it...
What is it then?
You can. I think when we put this on, just bleep that. Just beep. Everything else.
okay.
Okay.
So the gadget that Q shows to James Bond is either a necktie that slowly chokes you.
Oh no! Oh God!
Okay.
No! Oh no!
Yeah.
No, Jason! No! No! Don't do this to me, Jason! Don't!
Is it a essentially a joint that is also a missile launcher,
Yeah. Okay. That's super on brand.
I'm with you.
or is it a boombox that is a missile launcher?
Okay, so it has to be either A or C, because A would allow them to give like a prolonged death to someone, which they love, like,
Yeah.
or C, so that he could like in the other one where he has to pass for Japanese, he has to pass for African American.
Exactly, and he's
walk
holding
around
the
with his
boombox.
boombox,
How do you do, fellow African Americans?
and they'll just be like, word, because they're all played by white guys in blackface.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go. I know it has to be B, but I'm gonna say A, just because like that would give like a really nice long
Long
death to
goose.
someone.
I like C just because I like the imagery of a man holding a boombox
Yeah.
shooting a missile.
Marcus?
I'm fairly sure it's A.
Okay, Thomas got it again. It's the boombox rocket launcher that Q holds like this, like on his shoulder when showing it off to James Bond. And the name of said gadget,
Oh God.
the Ghetto Blaster. Dion is just spinning wildly on his chair.
No.
No!
You're pulling my leg. There's no way that's an actual Bond gadget. In an actual Bond movie. That sounds like a
Surprise! That one was a racist one!
I did you a little spooky there.
Because you know that sounds like a joke out of fucking Black Dynamite.
If it was a joke from Black Dynamite, that would make sense.
No,
What?
I was hoping it was tame, like the next
ghetto.
one.
I told you you were closer than you thought, Dion.
You were pretty fucking close.
Oh my God. Okay. Wow. All right. Cool. All right. More about this venerated franchise of sophistication and
And
class.
class that we need to protect from Idris Elba, apparently.
Apparently, yeah, he's gonna come in and just.
Okay,
He's just gonna unracist it.
In fairness, I kind of feel like the type of person who's against Idris Elba being in Bond is the kind of person who was raised by James Bond movies.
So it's on brand.
Yeah, like if you were someone who grew up and these films were really your idea of like
What a man
classes-
is.
what a man is and class and sophistication, I guess it makes sense that you're the kind of person who doesn't want Idris Elba.
It all works out.
That is crazy.
That must be one of the early '80s ones.
Well, yeah, boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to
That
be.
is insane.
That's why I
Like
didn't
all
see
of
it
these
because
have
it's
been bad,
one
but
of the
that one is
Dalton
just like
ones.
so on the nose.
Yeah, and what? Becoming a Japanese person isn't?
I don't know.
No, but like this feels way more deliberate.
What this feels is because it's like it's a boombox, which is such a like symbol of like at that point like a current thing.
Yeah.
The
And to be
Japanese
fair-
one is based in racism, but also like sort of this negative view of like antique cultures and stuff.
Yes.
This is like, hey, these
is
are the
contemporary
people.
culture.
These are the
Yeah.
people.
Direct
This is a
critique.
culture that just sprung up, and we hate it.
It's stupid.
Yeah, and we're racist against it, and therefore, Mr. British man James Bond, here you go. Here is a fucking boombox, so you can
mean a
blast
ghetto
people in the
blaster.
ghetto. Good lord.
I don't have
And that's
anything
not to be
for
said
that
that
one.
ghetto blasters aren't a
And
thing.
that's also a
Yeah.
thing where you really don't have the excuse of like, it was just a product of its time. Like, nah.
Nah.
The 80s are too close, man.
Nah,
Yeah.
it's too.
It's
It's
that's-
right there.
Yeah,
It's right there.
I was
Yeah.
alive.
It was like last week, man.
Feels like it. Okay, Jason.
Okay,
You son of a bitch.
I've got 2 left. One silly.
You didn't end. That wasn't the closing one.
No, I probably should have been. I got 2 left. I've got a silly one and the hate crime.
Okay,
And,
give me.
um,
Good,
Let's
tell
do
us
the
which is
silly
which.
one. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's gonna be obvious which is which.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give you the silly
Not
one first.
necessarily.
you know, Jason, you've said that like, oh, some of these
Oh, this
aren't
was
that
gonna be so
good.
obvious.
I wrote these so quick. You're
Yeah.
never gonna.
Well,
You're gonna know me.
Unless you consider like, I guess crocodiles are people, and then it's a hate crime because of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So then this one could possibly be the hate crime one. So James Bond is captured by the baddie. Oh wait, let me just give you which one this one is, because you definitely have something from this one.
You've said that several times, but like my stuff is just so bad. It's
Well, yeah, but you did mention it earlier. Live and let die.
Live and Let Die. Yes, I have one for Live and Let Die. Oh God, I have something for Live and Let Die.
Of course, you have something for Live and Let Die because
It is my
the
favorite.
setting is in Africa.
It's my favorite Bond theme.
I mean, that's
I think
fair.
my favorite is GoldenEye.
I can't remember.
Tina Turner
Oh yeah.
was really.
I
Oh,
don't
that
know,
was
my-
that
really
was a
solid
sick one.
Tina
Yeah.
belting it out.
My favorite is Snake Eater.
That is my favorite one.
Snake eater. Dun, 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 dun. Gonna eat some snakes.
That is the best Bond theme.
Oh God, I've got.
Okay, so
I don't want to
he's captured
read.
by the bad guy,
Yeah.
trapped on a little island with water all around him and crocodiles
Okay.
all about him.
Crocodillos.
Crocodillos
Yeah.
everywhere. There's a crocodilo. There's a crocodilo.
Over there.
Wall to wall.
A crocodilo.
Over there.
Another crocodilo.
Oh god. Okay. Cool. I get the picture.
Oh, don't worry,
There
that
are
was.
2 of them there.
Ah.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
Wow, that was super immersive.
Should have closed my eyes
It's fucking RTX on up in here.
all day.
Okay, so to get out of the situation, does he just beat the shit out of one of the crocodiles and the others get all intimidated so he
That
can
sounds
just
good.
swim across?
That sounds good.
Does he use the
Wait, where's B?
I mean, does he B?
It's 0.2.
Does he B? Does he Z? Run across the backs of the crocodiles? Just
Ooh.
run across the backs of the crocodiles to
be.
get out?
That's nice.
Or does he use the grappling hook in his shoe to pull one of the henchmen in, thereby distracting the crocodiles so he can then get away?
Oh, that one's got murder.
Ooh, I like the murder one.
Yeah, I'm all for the murder one. The C looks in my head like a James Bond thing, but I think C sounds more. C, like there's a murder.
I like C as well.
Yeah, I like
was
the
I was
murdery one.
originally gonna go for A actually,
What was A again?
where he just beats the crap out of a crocodile.
That
and
also
all the
makes
other ones are
good
afraid
sense.
of
It's
him.
kind of hard
Because he's
to
a
like.
man.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to like visually convey though. I wouldn't put it past them. All of you really should write for James
Yeah,
Bond.
like,
'Cause these are
seriously.
all super plausible.
The joke's on you guys, because he just fucking ran across them like a cartoon.
Okay, so it was B.
Jesus.
Cheese, dude.
Yeah, you should write for James Bond.
Yeah, you really
He-
should.
He just runs across the back of them.
Because C is so on brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
C's perfect.
Yeah. C
C would
is.
have made for a better movie.
You know.
Probably, cause just runs on the back of crocodiles. And they're like, hey, come on.
Hey, I'm floating here.
Come on. And that's our bit of racism
Okay.
for this episode.
Mamma mia.
Oh, you think that's bad?
Oh,
Okay,
well,
tell
I'm
us
putting
why.
this down. Just fucking lay
Live
it
and
on
Let
us.
Die. So Live and Let Die, right? Which you already
Yeah.
mentioned in the beginning of this episode, if you've stuck around that long,
In the beginning,
In
there
the
was
beginning.
Little Let
has
Die.
it has the chapter heading "Inward Heaven." Yeah, for
Oh,
chapter
yeah.
5. Okay,
Cool,
so.
cool.
In this quote, I'm going to very much like one of my favorite YouTube channels, Hip Hop DX. Instead of using the N word, I will replace it with the word dude.
Okay, go for
Okay,
it.
so when I say dude,
It's
you
the
know what
N-word.
it's the N word. The context.
Okay.
Sorry, I need to put my glasses on for this because I just want to not read it, but I
I
kind
thought
of
you were
need
going to do it for the
I'm-
visual gag of taking your glasses off and
No.
wearily rubbing the bridge of your nose.
I've done that twice already and not for comic effect.
Yeah. So context.
I'm gonna close my eyes and immerse myself in it like a Dion.
Okay. Bond has been captured in Harlem, New York, and is planning an escape from his guard, T.H. Johnson.
Good
The
lord.
racist.
All right.
That's
all right.
not the okay.
Oh, excuse me.
The quote. He stumbled again, trying to measure exactly the dude's position behind him. He remembered later's injunction. Shin, groins, stomach, throat. Hit him anywhere else and you'll just break your hand. Shut your mouth, said the dude, but he pulled Bond's hand an inch or two down his back.
Is this from the chapter Dude Town?
Dude heaven.
Dude Heaven.
I don't know from which. It's from page 72, so I believe, yes, it is from
Dude
the
Heaven.
Dude Heaven chapter.
Fucking hell. A British icon.
British icon.
And no,
High
I wasn't
class and
doing for
sophisticated.
comic effect. It's literally spelled SUHT space YO space
Oh, it's-
MOUF. Shut yo mouth.
Oh,
It's
Fucking
written
hell.
that way.
Oh.
Good job, Ian Fleming.
what a great writer.
How is this movie series so beloved?
Well, the fact that this movie
it's
series
a
so
movie
beloved, like,
series about
explains,
white dudes made for
explains
white
so
dudes.
much about just the world, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's made for white dudes by white dudes about a white dude. Like it's not rocket surgery.
The whitest
white,
of
so,
dudes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is.
Okay, Marcus. Oh, Jason, you ready?
Yeah, it's
Jason's
Jason.
got his
one.
last one.
My last
And
one.
then Marcus is gonna fuck us up some more.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Then, unfortunately, I'm gonna steamroll.
Do it.
I've got a lot more to give.
Oh fuck.
Okay.
I've got so much hate crime to give.
I mean, this. I'm gonna explain what the hate crime is, and then I'm gonna give you options on how
how hate crimey it
Bond
is.
got to this hate crime.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. The lead up.
Yeah.
Cool.
So basically, what the hate crime is, it's Bond just beats the shit out of a drag queen.
Okay,
Okay.
Just
that sounds
beats
on
the
brand.
absolute shit
Yeah.
out of a drag
That
queen.
seems
Okay.
like it's all right.
Throws a pot plant on her and then flies away on a jetpack.
Wait, that just sounds like a Futurama
This
sketch.
sounds like Robot Chicken.
Yeah.
Futurama, yeah.
That's the thing that happens.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so
that's
that's
just
what.
something Bender does.
So she must have done something
So
real terrible.
What tips him off the fact that she is a drag queen and not a woman? Does she A, struggle to walk in her heels down the stairs?
A tell.
That's on.
It's on brand for.
Wait,
Does
maybe
she-
something to do with whistling?
Does she B, just adjust the boys a little bit?
Alright,
Okay.
downstairs. Yeah.
Or does she C, open a car door for herself?
Oh, it's gotta be
it's
C.
gotta be C.
gotta be
It's
C.
just gotta
It's a
be
C.
C.
It's C. That's the only clue Bond uses before going to beat up this person.
Who, for all intents and
But why is
purposes,
he beating them
is
up?
a woman.
They're one of the henchmen disguised as a woman.
Okay.
And the only clue that he uses to beat this drag queen up is that she opened a door for herself, and that's not what women do. Yeah.
Which movie is that from again?
Let me get it for you here.
Please.
Yeah, please do pull it up.
I'm literally developing a headache. Literally.
That's from Thunderball.
It's like you
Oh,
can't give
there's
someone an aneurysm.
Okay, good.
You might
So
be the
ba-
first.
basically he sees her open the door for herself, then waits in a room for her to arrive, beats the crap out of her, and then flies away on a jetpack.
More like Thunderball Buster, am I right?
Unfortunately,
Unfortunately.
you are.
Okay, so
So that's some of the grace and glory that the
just
cinematic universe has for us.
Yeah, just mercy kill us, Marcus.
Yeah, just
do it.
okay,
Lay
so
on us.
just
so
fucking
okay, so I'll start
back
with
of the head.
I'll start with the Thunderball one because he ended with the Thunderball one,
Oh, thanks.
and I honestly think like this of the book ones that are left, this is probably the least offensive.
Oh shit.
So take that with an entire mountain of fucking salt.
Okay.
So-
So for my kidneys, but okay.
The context.
I hope it just kills me.
Bond is in the Bahamas and is following Domino Vitali, the girlfriend of the main villain, Spectre Number 1, Emilio Largo.
Okay.
That's right, Hearted Oz.
Women are often meticulous and safe drivers, but they are very seldom first class in general. But they are very seldom first class. In general, Bond regarded them as mild hazard, as he always gave them plenty of road and was ready for the unpredictable. 4 women in a car he regarded as the highest danger potential, and 2 women nearly as lethal. Women together cannot keep silent in a car, and when women talk, they have to look into each other's faces. I'm sorry, this is going downhill so fast.
Like
An
4
exchange of words is not enough. They have to see the other person's expression, perhaps in order to read behind the other's words or to analyze the reaction to their own. So 2 women in the front seat of a car constantly distract each other's attention from the road ahead, and 4 women are more than doubly dangerous, for the driver has to
That's just quick
hear
maths.
and see not only what her companion is saying, but also for the woman that the 4 women are like. Sorry. Sorry.
You're just sneezing, so I can't cut this to make it look like you said it.
Women are like that. What the 2 behind are talking about.
That's the tamest one?
But this girl drove like a man.
Okay,
She wasn't
there it is.
dying.
There it is! I was wondering where that was going.
You're waiting for the other shoe to drop.
You focused on the road ahead of what was going on in her driving mirror, an accessory rarely used by women except for making up their faces. And equally rare in a woman, she took a man's pleasure in the feel of her machine, in the timing of her gear changes and the use of her brakes.
What the fuck is happening? Remember,
As Ian Fleming always says, women, they're kinda like people.
Wow.
Fuck, man.
I like how this is the tamest.
Yeah,
I
this
like
is
how-
the same. Okay, Marcus, just lay it on us. Just lay.
yeah.
I,
Just
I
Straight
can't
to the
anymore.
next one.
Just go, just go,
Okay,
just go.
straight to the next one. Sorry, I need to clear my throat for
So
this one.
tense.
So this
really
is
just, you look
You look fucking tense, man.
You look like somebody's gonna blame you for this stuff.
Just creative editing on your part.
So
What's it you
this-
said, Dion?
Okay, I'm gonna have to.
Okay, just hit us with the worst one and let's call it a
Yeah.
day.
No. There's 1, 2.
Just pick
That's
the worst
already
one.
too many!
Pick the worst one.
There's only 4 left.
Pick the worst
Do
one.
I really have to go?
Pick
for
the worst
Can
one.
I do 2 more?
Two more.
Okay, two more.
Two more. Okay.
I think I can take 2 more.
Okay.
That's what James Bond said after he beat a woman.
That was pretty easy. I think I could take 2 more.
Bring them in.
Okay, so. Okay, I'll give you guys a choice. Something sexist or something racist.
Give us one of each.
Yeah,
Yeah, give us one of
You
each.
said 2 more, so.
Okay.
Give us a nice even spread of shitholery.
Okay, fine. Then I will start with this one. This is from Quantum of Solace, the book. Right?
Okay.
Okay.
The context.
The smallest possible measure of solace, yeah?
Yep. Bond is at a dinner party and is making small talk with the host.
That sounds pretty crazy.
Yeah.
It would be fine to have a pretty girl always tucking you up and bringing you drinks and hot meals and asking if you had everything you wanted. And they're always smiling, wanting to please. If I don't marry an air hostess, there'll be nothing for it but to marry a Japanese. They seem to have the right ideas too. Bond had no intention of marrying anyone. If he did, it would certainly not be an insipid slave. Kansas City Shuffle, sexist and racist.
Oh boy!
What did you just say?
Do it.
Do it. Close this out. Close
Okay,
this out.
this is going to be, in my opinion, this is the worst one.
Oh wow!
How?
Okay. Fuck! I'm not ready for the.
Hold him close.
Holding...
We didn't take him out of the room. No.
Oh, poor son.
So this,
He's been infected.
so this is just proof. In my estimation, in my estimation, this may be proof that Ian Fleming mellowed with age, because this is from one of the early books, Dr. No.
Shit.
Bond has traveled to Jamaica to investigate the disappearance of an MI6 employee and is speaking to Plydell Smith, the colonial secretary of the island, over lunch.
I
don't like where this is going. What this is setting up. Okay. I'm not.
This is Plydell Smith, the colonial secretary talking. It's like this. He began his antics with a pipe. The Jamaican is a kindly, lazy man with the virtues and vices of a child. He lives on a very rich island, but he doesn't get rich from it. He doesn't know how to, and he's too lazy. Finally, there are the Chinese. Solid, compact, discreet. The most powerful clique in Jamaica. They've got the bakeries and the laundries and the best food stores. They keep to themselves, and they keep their strain pure. Plydell Smith laughed. Not that they don't take the black girls when they want them. You can see the result all over Kingston. And guys, I'm sorry, I don't know how you're going to censor this, but Chigros. Chinese dudes and dudesses. The Chigros...
And to be...
Wait, just to be clear, did he say dudes and dudesses?
No. Dude and dudesses is a censor for the previous where
same as the previous.
where they're writing the N-word.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, the Chigros are...
So it just went from stupid to horrifying.
You can change Chigros.
Nah, you could. I think Chigros.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there's any way to convey the horror of what we just
Yeah.
said with a euphemism. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Chigros, the Chinese dudes and dudesses. The Chigros are a tough, forgotten race. They look down on the dudes, and the Chinese look down on them. One day they may become a nuisance. They've got some of the intelligence of the Chinese and most of the vices of the black man. The police have a lot of trouble with them. We've been the CineBeards.
No, I'm fucking calling it.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna say Krabbies. I'm not even gonna
No.
mention Krabbies in this episode.
We're fucking done.
James Bond, eh?